Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Mercedes and this is the Frugal Life with Mercedes. So, some of you guys have champagne taste on a beer budget. I've always liked that saying and I've always wanted to use it, so there it is. And what I mean by that is I had a conversation with somebody recently and they were basically saying that they always bought specific name brands because that is what their mother bought. So growing up, they saw their mother buy a certain soap, a certain laundry detergent, a certain shampoo, a certain body lotion, whatever it is, even specific food items. And that is what they always did. And I've said in previous videos, whatever you see growing up is normally what you emulate. But here's the thing about that. We are now all grown-ups. And for the small amount of people that watch my videos that are not quite grown-ups yet, you will be, and you get to make your own decisions. And I'm not saying that you need to completely rebel against what, I'm going to use the example of what your mother bought. But let's look at this. Did your mother have a budget and stuck to it? Did your mother have money in savings? Was debt free? And if the answer is no, then you might want to look at what they were purchasing. So if they were purchasing all name brands but weren't necessarily prospering financially, that might be part of the problem. Now, I know that these issues are all very complex and there's socioeconomical things and, pay disparity and all that kind of stuff. And I understand that and we've talked about that. But simply changing from name brand to store brand can significantly lower your budget. And we've talked about that too. And then in return, those savings could go towards debt payoff or savings. And some of you are out here buying, let's say, Dawn dish soap. But Dawn dish soap isn't necessarily in your budget. And I know, people love Dawn. I know. Or I've got to have my Tide, or I've got to have my this, or I've got, and I'm here to tell you, you don't though. If you love those items and you don't really care, then this video is not for you. However, if you are interested in lowering your grocery budget, lowering your household budget, your personal care budget, try to start switching them out for cheaper options. And of course, let's say you absolutely love Dawn dish soap. Keep your Dawn, change your laundry detergent to a store brand. Do you know what I mean? Start making little changes. And I've also met people that would use specific products that they didn't necessarily like or dislike. They just bought it because that's what they were taught to buy. And I remember when I was living with my ex-partner, and he grew up in a house where they did the scent beads and the fabric softener and the dryer sheets and all the 10 different add-ins that people put into their laundry. And I was like, well, I don't usually buy that stuff. I just use store brand laundry detergent that I water down. And it was like, oh, okay. And he didn't miss any of those add-ons. And think of how much money we would have been spending to start adding that into our budget. Now, if he really wanted them, he could have gone out and bought them and used his part of the budget. But the thing is once you start eliminating certain things, you almost never miss it. And that also helps you figure out what is actually important to you and what brands are actually important to you. And buy a cheap bottle of dish soap and see if it cleans the same. The only thing that I really, really like is Dawn Power Wash. Now, Dawn dish soap, I could take it or leave it. If I get it couponing, I'll use it. But before I was a couponer, I bought Dollar Tree dish soap, and it worked just as good, in my opinion. But I love Dawn Power Wash, and honestly, I've taken our Dawn Power Wash bottle, added the cheap soap from the Dollar Tree and some rubbing alcohol, and made my own Dawn Power Wash with Dollar Tree soap. Brandon couldn't tell the difference. I couldn't tell the difference. It worked just as good as Dawn Power Wash. So some of it is psychological. Some of it really is in your mind. So just some things to kind of keep in mind. Again, buy whatever you guys want. But you don't have to buy things just because you saw somebody buy them or because that's what you think a good mother does or a good parent does or you're trying to emulate. Make your own decisions and figure out what is best for you and your budget, and just give it a try. Give it a try, guys. Try some store brand, try some Dollar Tree stuff. If you're not interested in that, try couponing, try discount shopping, all the things that I always suggest. Okay, guys, so I hope you got something out of that video. Please consider subscribing to my channel. If you did not know, I have an Instagram, The Frugal Life with Mercedes. Until next time, guys, bye.